Good morning, everybody. How are you doing today? It is an amazing day, and of course, there is a message. Try sharing with dual camera, which I don't know what that means. So Stacy has to teach me that one. Good morning, Lynn. Morning, Nancy. You guys came together. That looks so cute. We're in gold today because since Sunday I've been talking about that. So. Grandmother's jewelry. I'm wearing grandmother's jewelry today. Good morning, Lisa. How are you doing today? Today I'm wearing gold because it's what they say, wear something different every day. It's tough to do that. Changing into jewelry. I didn't realize. I used to do it for fun, but now I need to do it. So anyway, so how are you guys feeling this morning? I need to introduce you guys to what I have done because, okay, so we all know the 5 Pillars of Prosperity is in the works and it will be ready. So I'm going to portray my books to you guys in the morning, in the way. So this Controlling the Debt Monster, I published in 2009, but I wrote it in 2002, 2007, and I published it when we had that crash. So this is about money. It's all about money. And in there are 3 people in there. So there's a young couple that's from university and they had debt and stuff. So it's very personally written. It actually says, when I talk about my manager telling me there are several books like that. So the first chapter says, we need your help. So it's funny, and so I'll read a little bit of it for you. One cold winter evening, I was enjoying a particularly good book and the doorbell startled me. To my surprise, it was my sister's daughter, Angela, and her boyfriend, Lucas. Hi, Aunt Tessa, she said, and before I could even reply, we need your help. Mom said that I could come and see you right away. She told me you're a financial advisor who provides advice to people who want to improve their financial situation. She also told me that you have helped a lot of people and that you really know your stuff. I stood there with my mouth open, clutching my robe, and peered at the young man standing behind her. He seemed less enthusiastic and uncomfortable, as if he did not want to be here. Come in, come in. I ushered her into the living room. The phone started ringing. A few seconds later, my husband shouted, Tess, grab the phone. Take a message, I shouted back. He came upstairs. Oh, that's funny. Angela, you're here. Your mother is on the phone. Angela leaned forward to take the phone. She wants to talk to you, Tess. Hello, I said, clutching my robe. Oh, Tessa, don't tell me Angela and Lucas are really at your house. Okay, I won't tell you. Oh, stop being funny, she snapped. I didn't expect her to jump in the car and head over to your house so late. She was just over here stressing about how she and Lucas are strapped financially, and I suggested that she talk to you. I thought she would call and make an appointment to see you at work. Really, Tess, I did not expect her to rush over to your house tonight. Well, I said, she's probably just as worried. How did you know that she was here? Her sister told me. Anyway, I said, well, she's here now, so I'm going to see what's going on. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you tomorrow. So that's the first part of the book. It's all about Angela and Lucas and how to get them on their feet. Then the second part of the book, the second person in the book is Peter. And Peter came from a family that did not believe in debt. They maybe migrated from Europe 20 years before, and it was Lucas's friend. And then I helped him he thought he could go rent a car with $500,000, I guess, $500 in his pocket, and they'd let him have a car. He didn't have a credit card, so I took him through the whole thing. Then after that, I met Peter. Cuthbert was actually my son's barber. And Michael, I guess, told him about me. So he showed up with his hands swinging. Typical young man. And he said, Michael said you'll help me. I said, oh yeah? Okay. Anyway, so these are the 3 in there. And they're taking him from bad debt to owning his own building, owning his own barber shop, renting out chairs. It has been a gorgeous journey with these 3. And then The Morning Blessings, that's the other book I produced. And that one has a story to tell, but it's too long to tell. It was a way of connecting with children when your kids are adults and you have no way of, they have no time. So it's you to push the button and press it. I am using words my mother used to my sister when she was about 20. And of course, she said she didn't remember, but she did. So it's a way of connecting with them. Push the button and say, hello kids, how are you doing today? And it got bigger than me, so it became a book, and there are thousands and thousands and thousands of these messages that have never been published. So some were chosen, and here it is. So it's a tabletop book. It comes in paperback and in hardcover. Then, doing this thing I'm doing with you guys, I did the goal setting journal because I love writing and I've always written. No one is going to do it for you. Do it yourself. Raise your vibration. This is what will happen. So it's just not a journal just to write in it. I give you instructions how to do it. So that's the goal setting journal. The gratitude journal. That one is to be grateful. We forget to be grateful. So one of the things, every 40 page, there is something like that. And it says, gratitude has many siblings. The more grateful you are, the more reasons you will find to be grateful. When you are having a meal, remember to be grateful for the people who planted and prepared the food you are eating. So it's gratitude in a small way. Gratitude reminds you to stay in the present moment. So basically, and again, how to write in a gratitude journal, all of that. Now, the book of proof. We forget to say thank you before it arrives. So the book of proof tells you, capturing the stepping stones and results along the journey to your goals. Because when you are doing this, there are small wins, there are small successes. So be on the lookout for more evidence and proof. They are sprinkled all around you. So we start with, today I observed the proof that the law of attraction and gratitude is working together in my life. And then you say what you notice, what you observe. So this is what the book of proof is. When I say to you, say small things, write it down. It's just a reminder. Using the book of proof becomes necessary, especially after making gratitude an integral part of your life. Gratitude moves the law of attraction along the way. And the law of attractions and gratitude are very close. They're friends. They believe in each other. So when you're being grateful, you need to realize the law of attraction wants you to be more grateful because it will come and hand you more. So that's my story. That's my books. So, and of course, the 5 pillars of prosperity is exciting. I can't wait for that one to come out. We've been working on it. So it should be end of May, June, somewhere around there. So anyway, tomorrow is my birthday. As you know, I'm going to be 78. I used to be able to reverse it. Like when it was 76, I could say 67, 75 was 57. But no, I can't reverse it. It gets worse if I reverse it tomorrow. So, on the birthday, the old thing, what was done in the olden days for us in our culture was that the older people celebrated their birthday by giving gifts to the younger people. It's not physical gifts. It's gifts of wisdom, gifts of knowledge, a little bit of information. So guess what? Tomorrow I'm opening the door for you. You can send a note in comments and ask a question for half an hour. Whatever you want to know. Or ask me a personal question. You know I'll answer it. So what's your question? Because you'll get an answer that maybe you do not want. So it's free. You can do that. If you don't do that, then I will have to preach Paul on my birthday, and that is not the custom. So humor me, and then those of you like Lisa, don't hide and don't show up because you don't want to type, or Loretta. Loretta, yeah. Ask a question. Although you will say, I have all the answers from you already. I'm sure you do. We have known each other for almost, 60-something years. So I guess it's okay. So anyway, how to live a fulfilled life. That's our topic for today. So we're 9 minutes into it, and I'm now telling you how to live a fulfilled life. And I didn't say morning to Yuko. I didn't say morning to Kathleen. And those people that are there, like all of you, the nine of you that are there, how to live a fulfilled life. Some of you, I have placed you with my words, my encouragement on the path. But I cannot make you do it. I can only put. That's the only thing I'm capable of. It's like taking the cow to water and, hey cow, here's the water, knock yourself out. I was reminded by my sister, well, yeah, you taught me, but I could have chosen not to do it or to do it. So what you do, you just laugh at that. Good morning, Narita. So you laugh at that because, it is when you're helping someone or you're taking the cow to the water, you don't just find yourself from where the cow was tied to the post and the water. You have to take the cow along the path to the stream to drink the water. And that takes time. So living a fulfilled life or coming to a time in your life where you can choose where and how you live your life is a journey. And that's where the book of proof becomes important. On that journey, who was there to hold your hand? You do not have to buy the book of proof I have to do that. You can write in any book who was there to hold your hand while you were going on the journey. Or who was there to say, hey, under this carpet there is a pothole and you can lose your balance and break your ankle. That is what you must remember. Unfortunately, some people do not see that. They only see the part they played, not the part you played. And it's great to get to that. But gratitude is amazing. So if you are successfully following a plan and you reach that point where, hey, I knock it out of the park. I am living the life that I wanted to live, that fulfilled life. Remember to acknowledge that helper, the Jesus that cured the lepers. Remember to acknowledge a daughter of mine had a really little turbulent time day before to yesterday. And when she not a daughter, it's a adopted daughter. But she's like my daughter, honestly. And when she told me, she didn't know. I got very emotional when I saw the note from her, and I go, shit, that's the last thing she needs. So anyway, I said to her, hey, I'm going to connect with God and the angels. We're going to get over this. And whatever little pointers I had, I shared it. And lo and behold, she sent a note yesterday to say to me, hey, it's okay. I have to keep checking it, but nothing is wrong. I said, okay. I think my words to her were like, better go and have a chat with God and the angels. That is the book of proof. You go back to where you started. And you say, thank you, God, and the angels, my guardian angel, talking to her guardian angel, the doctor's guardian angel, God is in charge, and all the guardian angels are connected, and she comes back with that. So I said to her, well, I'm going to get drunk for my birthday. She goes, ha, 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 you won't ever get drunk for your birthday. So she was laughing at me. Anyway, it's okay. So what I wanted to share with you is that when you're seeking to live a fulfilled life, do not forget to be grateful for the little bit of successes or help or the hands that turn or the person that dropped the coin in your hand and say, hold that tight. Or the person that gave you a recipe on how to be successful. Every day I live, I find joy. You guys have heard me talk about Sajid, some of you. Kathleen knows Sajid personally. Sajid came to work at the bank as a security guard making $10 an hour, and that's in 2006 or 2004. But I noticed he was very, he was attentive. He was different. We don't have guns in the banks in Canada. So Sajid is a skinny East Indian man, and these tall people would come and try to, crush us, and he would step up with his little body and go, "Can I help you, sir?" While he's, So anyway, observe that. I took Sajid and I talked to the teller supervisor. I wasn't a teller supervisor. I supervised the financial team. And I told her, what about we get him in there? So anyway, long story short, he has to wear a tie. I don't have a tie. I don't know. Anyway, we had to go to the mall, and I only know how to tie an Oxford knot because I went to a Catholic school and we had to wear a tie. So I taught him to tie his tie. And Sajid, he just blew the teller area out of it. He was so amazing and so attentive. So I got him on my team, and I kept pushing him and pushing him. And Sajid became a manager for our bank. He became everything, and then he left to another institution. And now Sajid is head of a team of about maybe 400 mortgage Salesforce people for another bank, and he's raking in the coins. But last night, my phone rang after 8:30. I looked and I saw Sajid's name, my house line, so I picked it up. But the phone goes to message, so as I called him back, he said, I just haven't heard from you, and I'm worried, I'm concerned, I want to talk to you. When are we going to dinner? So we do that monthly with a couple of the people from the old team. But what I'm trying to say to you is that Sajid has no reason to call me, to check on me. You have heard me say if I pick up the phone, I say, Sajid, the minute he sees my number, if he's busy, he maybe won't call, or he'll call back instantly. He never leaves my phone without answering it. He says, you're my Canadian mother. I mimic you in everything I do. To the point, he says, I have 2 daughters and a son in that order. He said, I don't know how it happened, but I wanted to make sure I did my best every time you pushed me forward. So living a fulfilled life is not only helping yourself. I went on a trip last Tuesday, and it was a long ride with somebody that's important to me. To meet and to spend time every week. It's more than an hour of driving. Every week she does that to go see her aunt, who is 93 and who is feisty. That is living a fulfilled life. It's an aunt. One of the ladies who comes here, Angelina, posted something, and it's about a 98-year-old woman. Angelina is black, this lady is white. And she said she was like a grandma and helping her. And Angelina wrote a really nice thing because she passed away at 98. That is living a fulfilled life. Because she celebrated what she learned from the lady and how she was brassy and tough. And the same thing to the lady called Tanji. She has a little mouth on her that is snappy. And it was nice. So living a fulfilled life is not always only accumulating money. That's what I want you to know. It's accumulating people on your journey through life. It's accumulating people that will show up, even if it is snowing on the day of your funeral, even if it is raining and it's muddy, and if you were one of those who chose to be buried, that they will show up and stand there underneath the umbrella. The fulfilled life thing is to remember to give me the rose when I can smell it. Angelina did that, and so this lady friend of mine there, family friend, she drives for that time to go see her aunt every week in all weather. That is what it is. So a fulfilled life is not only having money, and it's not only having health, it's not only having been emotionally balanced, it's not being only mentally balanced. It's about being spiritually balanced also, because it's spirituality. It's not going to church and kneeling down and pulling God from his throne and dragging him to your pocketbook to give you money or wealth or whatever it is you seek. Spirituality means that you are kind and open and generous to others without expecting it to be reciprocated, right? You do not have to give to somebody so that they give you. You have heard me say, I show up because I desire to show up. It's me. I'm doing it for me. And there's nothing wrong with it. And I will do it if nobody shows up. I'll still do it. Because my need to do it has to be fulfilled. And that is part of living a fulfilled life. If you have a regret that you had something you wanted to do, and you're only doing it because you have an audience, then you're doing it because of the audience, not because it is calling you to do something, to fulfill that dream, that goal, that desire. Integrity is doing what you would do when no one is looking and doing it when everyone is looking. That's integrity. So when you have something to do, even if you want to change the world, you're doing it because you want to change yourself. Mahatma Gandhi taught us that. His sect was called in India the Untouchables. The British names everything. They cannot manage that way. So therefore, he was the lowest of the caste. But he changed the world. That didn't stop him. It didn't. He did it by starting the journey himself. He lived a simple life. When I was in India, I walked in his footsteps to the time he was shot, dead. But he changed the country. He got independence from what they call it, from England, and he did it with non-violence. And Martin Luther King picked it up. Nelson Mandela was part of all of those. But they did it, and they took the blow for it. Fulfill life. They fulfill that need. So when you are accumulating money and you're accumulating whatever, there are 4 other parts that need to be whole. You cannot just be accumulating money, criticizing others. It's not that. It has nothing to do with that. I'm not blaming money. But we are told to get wealth, which is true because it gives us experiences we wouldn't normally have without it. But it's one part of the whole. You can have all the money in the world and you cannot get people to do anything for you. You can't find somebody to pay to do what you're supposed to do. So a fulfilled life is even when you pay somebody to function on your behalf, you should still honor that. They are working with you, not for you. You're paying them for service. That doesn't make you more than they are because you have money. Because you see, the king had a whole entourage going through the forest. The woodcutter was cutting his wood and whistling and singing, and the king wanted to know why he was happy. And you know what he said, as long as the day, as I'm happy as long as the day. So he can do everything. And he's a woodcutter, and the king couldn't get it. So we have to remember, to live a fulfilled life, we have to touch all the bases. And I like to use the 4 agreements as the root. Watch what you say when you talk about God. I know you're religious and you're good and you go to heaven when you die. That's a guarantee, apparently, because Christ paid the price. So there's no other price to pay except to be yourself. But the point of it is that you cannot criticize others. And every time, oh yes, God forgives it. You did it already, fool. It came out of your mouth already. So you should know you shouldn't use words that are not impeccable and exquisite to talk about yourself or anybody else. Just let them go. See the beauty in the eye of the person that is sitting on the grate that you just gave $5. See the beauty in that eye. Because that is where the soul lies. So, we do that. Use impeccable and exquisite words. And remember, the opinion you have of me doesn't mean a shit to me. It doesn't affect me at all. If it's good opinion and you share it, I'll smile. If you share a horrible opinion, I might not smile. I might just slip like I did last week and let you have it in a moment when I shouldn't. But the thing is that will last longer than if you just say something nice and I just smile. So because your opinion does not affect anything. Think about it. Who did you have to call this morning to turn the tap to get water? Who did you call when you woke up to press the alarm to turn it off? So the opinion of others has nothing to do with us. And our opinion has nothing to do with them. Just leave them alone. The third one, make no assumptions. If you don't know, ask. You want to know, ask. And that doesn't mean when you ask me, I will tell you. But you have a right to ask. And then you can say, she did not tell me why. But do not sit there and assume about somebody else's business when your business is falling apart. Again, that Bible is the instructions before leaving planet Earth. That's what it is. It tells you of everything. So you want to know, you ask. You make no assumptions. You don't know. Don't assume something and make a story about it and share it. You do not have to tell. They ask, you say, I don't know. And nobody can tell you you know if you say you don't know. And if they say, but of course, you see, I still don't know. That's gossiping, right? That is assumptions are usually gossiping. The funny one that you have the only control of is to do your best. All of us, each and every one of us has to do our best. Be your best, show your best, keep your word, portray your best, do your best. I used to wear jewelry, a lot of jewelry over and over, and then just doing so many things. I do not change them. But I promised on last Sunday's self-care show I would. I don't like doing it. It takes time to, especially as I get younger, putting the clasps on the necklace is really a challenge because I'm so young. All right? But I did this morning. I said, okay, guardian angel, I need your help to do this thing and put it together. So that's what I'm saying to you. Living a fulfilled life is embracing the 5 pillars of prosperity. Emotional prosperity, physical, mental, spiritual, financial. I'll just say a tip. Emotional prosperity is acknowledging who you are. God is good. God loves me. I am great. And everybody in the world is fabulous, amazing. And I can meditate. I can think. I can relax. And I can pray. I can say a rosary. I can read the Bible. I can read the gospel. I can look this. I can read a motivational book. I can spend some time searching my soul. I can spend some time and just sit. I go out in the morning in my robe and I stand in the backyard. I do not do anything. I look up, I hear the birds, they're waking up, and I listen to the song of nature, and I just say, thank you, God. That's good for me. That's balancing my emotions. It's putting me there. When the ground gets warmer, I'll do it without shoes on. Okay. Physical prosperity. Make a bargain with yourself that every hour I will get up and walk around my house for 10 minutes or go up and down the stairs for 10 minutes, something like that. Do something physical. Body in motion stays in motion. Running water is clean. A stone that does not move, moss grows on it. So move. You don't have to move 10,000 miles. What's her name? Fiona on our street. Is it Fiona? I forgot the lady's name. 92, 93, she still walks. So when I grow up, I want to be her. That's physical. So let's look at mental. When last you read a book? Or when last you learn a new skill? When last you press that button because you say, I'm going to do this today? When last you pressed the button and wrote a comment? When last? That is mental. I did it. Remember the child that says, I did it. And you go to the mirror and you say, I did it. Because the mirror is going to smile back at you. Yes, you did it. So that's your physical, mental learning how to put those three together. And then spiritual. Let them be, for goodness sake. They came at a different time than you. Let people live their lives as they choose. If they ask, you can make a suggestion. They don't have to follow it. And remember, 10 got healed. 1 showed up to say, Messi, thank you. So because you have helped, guide, and support that person because you did the corporal works of mercy, feed the hungry, clothe the whatever, I forgot, Loretta, help, clothe, shelter the homeless. They're corporal works of mercy. You have to do those. That doesn't mean they must come back to say thank you. They have to know they should say thank you. And you should do it because you know it's something you must, and it's a must. It's from the heart. And when you do it, do not expect it. If they do it and they say thank you, say great. And you accept it. But no financial. That guy gets the blame for the other 4 all the time. Financial is not always the cause of our problem. It is usually a symptom of an action or inaction. Emotionally shopping because you're missing something. Emotionally eating and now you're sick. Emotionally, and it mightn't be a big disease. It can just be a big bloated upset stomach and you can't get to work today. It's a mark against you. Somehow they'll find a way to mark it against you. Mentally, you're so stressed, you're so angry at somebody that hurt you that you cannot even think straight anymore. And it affects you at work. The supervisor, the manager, the person above you says something to you and you snap. They hold back your bonus or they do something nasty to you, whatever. But that was it. And you blame finance. You decide to ignore being kind to others. And you blame finance when things are going south. So living a fulfilled life is not trying, because I don't know why I used that word twice today already. I shouldn't. Living a fulfilled life is grasping the 5 pillars. And listen to me. I had to tell that to a young man that I coached yesterday. I said, listen, you only have to do it every day for a few minutes. Because if you drink all the water you can in the one day in 1 hour, you'll not be comfortable. Tomorrow you won't want to drink water. But if you just take a little bit today and a little bit tomorrow, it becomes a habit. And a habit changes your life. And yes, our subconscious mind too, which is our body, is accustomed to do things. And it says, well, normally at this time, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're stressed, you're running here, you have to get in the car. So today you're calm, cool as a cucumber. It's feeling uncomfortable. And if you do not watch, you might give up. And it's the body that's accustomed to what you're doing that stops you from doing the new things to change your life so that you and I, all of us, can live a fulfilled life. So don't forget what I ask you to do tomorrow. Questions. Ask me questions. I hadn't been looking at that. Loretta, I didn't see you. Arita, I saw Lilia. I don't know who else. Lynn, of course, is here. Marina came in. Yuko and Stacy, I didn't see everybody. So planting the seed is up to people to water and grow. Yeah, Ezra was there. That's nice. Kathleen, he's great. Yeah, Sajit is a gem. When you get a gem, you hold it. I'm definitely doing my best to keep my mind okay as my house is under construction. Oh, Stace, basic information before leaving Earth. Is that what it is? We got a little bit of what do you call it? Electrical thing. Sundance, Kathleen, yes, let's all comment about happy 70th birthday to the greatest professor. These pillars outline the structure of a fulfilled life when done with a good heart. I did it. Oh, I love that. I got Lisa to write 3.5 lines. Yes, success. I am happy and grateful for that. Thank you, Lisa. That is uncomfortable for you, but I know you did it. Great chat. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you, my darling. I am so happy that you're okay. I want to cry, but that's okay. So anyway, have a wonderful day, everybody. And don't forget tomorrow. Lynn, Nancy, Stacy, Rita, Ezra, Lisa, Marina, Kathleen, Loretta, and Sundance Online. I love that. Are you new? Let us know. Yeah. Tomorrow, I am open to your questions. And another thing too, if you want to come and join, let's have fun on my birthday. On my, maybe if I add 7 and 8, and I get 15, and then I add 1 and 5, and I get 6, on my 6th birthday. So come and ask me some questions, and I will be happy to answer each and every one of them. Don't forget, I'm excited. And get ready, so grab your coffee, sit in comfortable chair, get your pen out and paper to write your question, and maybe we will go longer than a half an hour. It's my birthday. I can do what I want to do. Have fun, everybody. Love you. Bye-bye.